Welcome everyone. Good evening. There are not too many people at the moment, but we're expecting more. I guess it'll just keep trickling in. Very warm welcome to all of you and to Margus Lattik, who writes under the pen name of Mathura. He's a very acclaimed upcoming poet in Estonia and also a very good friend. And he was visiting India, and I thought it was just absolutely appropriate that there should be a poetry reading by him. So welcome all of you and welcome Margus. And on the side of Margus is Gautam Vashisht, who's his translator into Hindi. I'll just give a brief formal introduction of Margus. Margus was born in 1973 and he writes under the pen name of Mathura. He has published 8 collections of poetry, a travelogue and some prose. He has thrice been nominated to the Johan Lee Poetry Award, which I understand is one of Estonia's biggest literary recognitions, and also once to the Cultural Endowment's Poetry Book of the Year Award. He's a member of the Estonian Writers Union, including his Translators Guild, and his list of translations, he's done many translations, and a lot of them have to do with India, which is absolutely amazing. But his list of translations include contemporary authors like Dylan Thomas, Ben Okri, Kumar Narayan, and Viti Emira. And he's also translated a lot of classical Indian literature, which includes names like Bhartrihari, Chanakya, Kabir, Mirabai, and others. And he has also translated the Bhagavad Gita into Estonian. His own work has been translated into over a dozen languages. And I'll leave the rest to Margus himself. We will keep, of course, disturbing you with questions as and when, or at the end maybe. And I'll just leave the stage to Margus from here on.
Thank you, Apuraji, and thank you everybody for coming. It's a great pleasure to be here. I think you have to turn it down a little bit, otherwise it gets a bit windy. I have been living in India for a while, but this is like 10 or 12 years ago, and my initial interest in India was actually in the form of classical scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and some Puranic texts, and I was very much fascinated by the bhakti culture that has sprung up from Bengal and from the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so in those years I spent a lot of time in places like Vrindavan and Govardhan, and also a few times in Rajasthan, in Jaipur and places like that, and also in West Bengal one time. And I haven't written very many poems about India actually. It's mostly the translations that speak about India, but there are a few, and there are some poems which I have written in India, but which don't speak about India as such, or not directly. And I thought of starting with a couple of poems that I've written here. And the first one I wrote, I think almost exactly up to the date. That would be then 7 years ago in Vrindavan again, when there was a very rainy or windy night, rattling there, and the rain came usually, and is I thought of what I'm doing in my life and wrote this poem, which all in ways self-dedicated. I'll read it in English. I'll be later reading also a few poems in Estonian. It is entitled "Spring is Coming." It doesn't matter what I tell you. You need to go see and feel for yourself. Hills loom high above the cities. rivers run through little lives, desires remain within your heart.